I'm a TV guy and I've always been a TV guy. Projectors just can't stand up to the level that I can get from a TV. They're not bright enough. If the sun's out at all, I can't see anything on the screen. But what I'm about to show you in this video completely changed my mind on that. Meet the NS1 and the NS1 Ultra 4K from JMGo. This new S-Line is an upgrade from their popular line of projectors that are the brightest projectors you will see with a built-in gimbal. And this gimbal is a standout design with these two projectors. The N1S Ultra 4K has a 135-degree vertical and a 360-degree horizontal rotation, so you can point these things anywhere you want. That, with its autofocus and auto keystoning, make them extremely easy to use. Gone are the days of needing 10 minutes to set up that old projector, finding a chair to get that right height, and then also adding books to set those micro adjustments. Now with these new JMGo projectors, I can set these things anywhere and easily adjust the angle with that built-in gimbal. Now I want to thank JMGo for collaborating with me on this video and sending out these projectors. Now I gotta say, my favorite feature with these projectors is the autofocus and auto keystoning. It's basically magic. No matter where I'm pointing the screen, the image will adjust perfectly, and it does it pretty much instantly. I don't have to wait for it to run its calibration every time it moves. So I can easily point it at the wall, slide it over to the closet, and even move it to the ceiling without any downtime. Now, one of the biggest upgrades to both of these units is the integration of Google TV. Previous versions of the projector came with Android 11, and that left out a lot of things like Netflix. But not anymore, because with Google TV, you have a full array of apps to install and use. I'm looking at things like Disney+, HBO Max, Prime Video, the NFL Network. In fact, the remote now comes with quick launch buttons for YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, and selecting different inputs. Speaking of the inputs, the N1S Ultra has a USB-A port, 2 HDMI ports, one is eARC if you want to connect an external sound system, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. The speakers are another place we see an upgrade. There are two 10-watt speakers inside that now support Dolby Audio. The last upgrade that we're seeing on both of these units is a jump in brightness. The N1S is going from 800 lumens to 900 ANSI lumens, while the Ultra is going to be going from 2200 lumens to 3000 ANSI lumens. That is a 30% boost in brightness. And what that means is you can use this projector in a lot more locations. Now you don't have to worry, is it too bright in here? Do I need to close the shades? Should I wait for the sun to go down? You just turn it on and go. Now darker is better, but it's not necessary. Now we see that the N1S Ultra 4K is packed full of features, but the N1S also has a lot of these features at a much more affordable price. The gimbal has an up and down range of 127 degrees. It also has two of my favorite features with that autofocus and auto keystoning for a super easy setup. Inside are two 5-watt speakers supporting Dolby Audio, and of course it also has Google TV for all your viewing pleasure. No need to provide your own streaming stick. On the back, there is a USB-A port, one HDMI port with eARC support, and also the headphone jack. And both units are equipped with Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi 6 for fast, steady streaming. Now, let's talk a little bit about what these projectors offer on the inside when it comes to projection power. Both of these units have MALC tricolor laser optics. Now, that's JMGo's patented technology, and what that means is ultimate brightness, color, and contrast. In fact, both of these units have a contrast of 1600:1. And let me tell you, they are bright. The best wall that I had for testing is the one in my office, and it's not even white, but that didn't seem to matter to these projectors. Here is what the N1S Ultra looks like in the middle of the day on the wall right next to the window with the blinds fully opened. I was shocked by how well I could see the image. Now, I wanted to see what this thing could do with the blinds closed. There's still a lot of light coming into this room, but the image looks even better. Now you might notice a purple hue on the image. That's something that's only being picked up by my camera, and I'm actually not seeing that in person. In fact, going back and watching the clips that I recorded, it doesn't even do the projector justice. These projectors look so much better in person. There are a few more things that I wanted to point out with this projector. First is the power cables. Those actually plug into the base of each of the projectors and not into the back. And I thought that was a good design because if you do want to point this thing straight up at the ceiling, then those power cables won't get in the way. Once you're plugged in and ready to go, there's actually a power button right on the stand, so you can get this thing started without needing that remote in hand. The next thing is that these projectors have a safety feature. Because these are laser optics, there is a potential risk of blinding if you look right into the laser. So if anything steps in front of the laser, it actually kicks on a safety mode, dimming the screen so that way there is no damage to any kids or pets that may potentially look into this projector. Another cool thing about both of these projectors is that they come in a nice thick carrying case with a handle on top. So if you do want to travel with these, you don't have to worry about getting them all banged up. The cases are actually really nice. Now, we briefly touched on the audio upgrades with both of these devices to Dolby Audio, and I want to give you a demo now of what they sound like because it is amazing.
I set everything up. We're going to be talking about cameras, lightings, automations, everything that I have set up in this house. So join me as we take a look at the Steve Does house.
We just went to Australia and New Zealand. We hopped with kangaroos, explored the Great Barrier Reef, sped through canyons on jet boats, made some insane trick shots, and so much more. Welcome to Bucket List Down Under.
Now, these two projectors are jam-packed with features, but I think there are two that really make it stand out. The first is having Google TV built into both of these projectors. These are ones of just a few projectors that even have that capability. So now we have access to all the streaming apps that we need right on the device. The next standout feature has got to be brightness. Now, here's what I would recommend. If you are somebody who is in a well-lit room, you maybe want to use a projector during the daytime, especially getting that 4K quality, and you need some killer brightness in that room, I would definitely recommend going with the N1S Ultra 4K. That is going to provide the brightness that you need and that 4K quality. But if you plan on using this projector in a darker room, maybe at night, you don't need that 4K quality, then the N1S is going to be the way to go. It's half the price and still has all the other feature sets that we talked about in this video. If you want to know more about either one of these projectors, I will have links in the description below. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.